Hey, welcome to Making Homesteading. So this is the time of year that we get cedar allergies really bad in our house. As you can see, I have cedar trees right behind me, and they are pollinating like crazy this year. And every year for that matter. Whenever it gets hot, whenever it starts getting cold, they like to pollinate because they're spreading their pollen so they can have babies. So their little pollen and their spores are flying around, getting up people's noses and irritating them. So I do have a trick for that. This is what my family uses, so I'm going to share it with you today. So that way, maybe it'll help your family if you have cedar in your area. Let's go check it out real quick. Okay, guys. So I found a few of them here. I probably should have been foraging for these a little earlier on, but do you see this little berry right here? Well, this is a cedar berry, alright? And so this is going to be a female tree. The female trees produce the berries, and, come back here. Alright, just poke it off with your fingers. So the female trees, they produce berries, and I'm gonna find one with better bunches so I can show you guys. So we're going to keep walking, but I want to show you what the berries look like. And actually, sometimes you can forage them, and I'm going to show you, like, right off the ground. Do you see all those? These have fallen, but a lot of them have fallen because they're too ripe. And if they're too ripe, you'll know because they get squinchy. I don't even know if that's a word, squinchy. But, well, that one looks okay. That one doesn't look too terribly bad. Yeah, that will work. I will find a tree with more of these on, or I will try, and I will come back here in a little bit to try to show you a little bit more. But this right here is mistletoe. So there's all sorts of things that people do underneath the mistletoe, but it will actually kill your tree. And this is actually on an oak tree here. So if you guys start seeing mistletoe growing on your trees, I suggest get rid of them. Just a little something while I was foraging out here. I haven't found any berries yet. We'll be back as soon as we find some berries. I did find some on the ground, and I promise I will reveal the huge secret. Give me 1 minute and let me still try to find some more berries. Alright guys, look, I'm seeming to find these new berries. Do you see this right here? This is a new berry that hasn't matured yet. So I'm tending to find these, and as you can see, this thing is just about to like let off all these berries. This is a really bad sign for those of you suffering with allergies, because this means that there's more pollination to come. So I am like in this berry, or this cedar field almost. I have not been able to find the berries except for on the ground. So we're going to continue to look, and hopefully not all of them are just new berries like this. Hopefully we've got some that are, and that's not going to focus, but hopefully we've got some that are actually going to be what we need. Alright, again, I shall be back. Alright guys, I am totally excited. I finally found a tree that actually has a decent amount of berries on it. So let me show you what it is that we're looking at, okay? Alright guys, this is so exciting. Can you see this? Alright, so these are actually the mature berries, and this is what you want. This is what you're going to use for your cedar berry allergy tea, is what it is, okay? So you're going to take just about 20 of these, and you're going to make it into a tea, alright? My husband thinks it tastes kind of earthy, so what I end up doing is I actually mix it with some black tea and ginger, and just to kind of dilute some of that. I also put a couple drops of lemon juice, because ginger and lemon are always good for, you know, the congestion stuff anyways. Add some cedar berries to it, and it's only about 20 cedar berries, alright? So I would be careful, and I would rinse these before I make a cedar berry tea out of it. And you know what? I'll be back here in a little bit. I will gather these, and we will get to the house, and I will show you exactly how to make this cedarberry tea. Alright guys, so we're back from our foraging trip, and I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to make this tea so it'll help you. Again, I'm going to tell you straight up that this is not any kind of medical advice. It's just what my family uses to help with their sniffles during this time of year. If you have cedar trees, it's actually relatively useful, I think. Your choice whether you use it or not. Let's go on over here to the stove so we can get that all done up. I said stove, but we're actually at the sink because I wanted to show you these are the berries that we actually got while we went foraging. And I guess I should say that these are half the berries because I gave half of them to my mom because she really suffers during this time of year too. Hey John, can you come help me with this real quick? Just hold that right there for me. Thank you. So awesome. Alright guys, so you're really going to want to rinse these off because you see these, the white parts of the berry. This white powdery substance is actually not something that you're going to want on the berries. So you're going to want to rinse them off. Plus, like if any birds pooped on them or anything, yeah, you kind of don't want that in your tea. So you're just going to rinse these off, and we're going to rinse these off real quick, and then we will be back to the oven. Or to the stove. Alright, so we finally made it over to the stove, and you see my pretty green pan. Now, anyways, you can use whatever pot that you want to use for this. If you want to use, whatever you make your tea in, or whatever that is, you can use that. Yes, a tea kettle, thank you, John. Anything like that you can use. I prefer not to use my tea kettle, because I like to use my tea kettle for my tea, by golly. So, alright. We have these all washed off. They're all nice and neat. And John reminded me that the white on the berries is actually called yeast. It is a form of yeast, and yes, it is the yeast. You can actually use it for bread and different things in the wild. Very interesting. Read a huge article on that not too long ago. Alright. So what you do is you take about 20 of these. Two more. And yay, we have some more left over, so we can do this again. Now we're just going to put a lid on that, and you can keep them in the refrigerator, and they'll keep for several weeks, up to several weeks sometimes. When they get mushy, throw them out. Alright, so after we put those in, we put about 2 cups of water right in there, just over the berries. And if you want to add a little bit of extra flavor, you can put in a tea bag. That is actually a tea bag with ginger in it, because ginger is also a very good thing for this. So we're going to turn it on medium heat, and I will show you what it looks like whenever it is done, guys. It'll take about 10 minutes, and then we'll add a little lemon, honey, and it'll be good to go. Okay, welcome back everybody. It's been about 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes. So this is what it looks like, guys. And don't forget that the darkness does a little bit come from the tea. I haven't squeezed the tea or anything else, so it's just all of it together. You're gonna see like some coloring. I'm gonna pour it in a clear coffee cup for John and let you guys see what that looks like. Alright everybody, we're back. Instead we were taking pictures instead of recording. It's kind of funny.
The buttons are complicated.
Alright, so I'm doing it over the sink because as you can see I'm pretty messy. Plus, you don't want your berries going into the coffee cup. Alright, or the tea cup, whatever you want to call it. So, there we go.
The cup that would you partake liquid from.
Alright, so the little berries, you can actually eat them after we get done with it. I wouldn't suggest eating very many of them. My dad will eat like 2 or 3 of them. I'm not that brave, all right? I'll drink the tea, but I'm not brave enough to eat the berries yet. So, just saying. All right, and we're going to put this over here, and we're just going to kind of show you what that looks like. All right? Just looks like a regular thing of tea. And it does have a little bit of an earthy flavor. John actually doesn't think so. How do you think it tastes, John?
Well, I add honey from this area, which winds up going ahead and helping with hopefully counteracting the problem that is what they refer to as cedar fever around here. So it winds up tasting more sweet because maybe I apply, I don't know, too much honey? I don't know.
Well, he thinks it tastes more like honey, so apparently there's not much taste according to him. If you decide to try it, great.
And here we have the concoction with the berries and the tea and the stuff. It actually tastes okay. So, yes, you will not die from it. This is the second cup I've had. So if you do like the whole thing and you want to know other things that we do around here, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell thing. I don't know what side it's on. Either way. In the meantime, you guys try to have a nice rest of the day.